What's up guys, this is Kuldeep. I'm back and I'm back to bring you a Galaxy S5 review. Here it is, enjoy guys. So this is Samsung's flagship device, packed with the high-end specs and the latest version of Android, and a few additions by Samsung. So what makes it so much better than the one from previous year? Is it really that much of a big difference from the S4? Let's find out. I'm using the gold variant of the Galaxy S5, and Samsung has made a few changes, not very notable, but the back has changed quite a bit. It has a dotted pattern and this matte feel, which makes it much easier to grip in the hands, and also overall the device is more squared off than the previous versions of the Galaxies. Talking about older Galaxy flagships, here's a side-by-side comparison between the two. They're not very different, but they're not exactly alike. I'd have to talk about it because of the fact that a lot of people are complaining that Samsung isn't changing the design. Now, they haven't exactly changed it, but I must say that they have improved it. One change that is very notable by me is the fact that they've increased the size of the bezel on the Galaxy S5. Now, apparently Samsung had to do it due to the fact that it's IP65 certified, but I think they could have pulled it off without making it bigger. I mean, this is a downstep. But anyways, moving on. Here's the Galaxy S4 and Galaxy S5 standing side by side. You can see that the Galaxy S5 is slightly taller due to its bigger size. But the big difference comes at the back. The dotted pattern at the back is really notable. And yes, it's not metal, nor is it the grippiest material on earth. But it's much better than the previous glossy plastic we had on the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy S3 and the Galaxy S2. So in my particular case, I'm really happy about the new change that they've brought, and I think it's a good step forward. Yes, this is a Samsung flagship device, so you'd expect it to have the highest end hardware. Well, it does. It has a Snapdragon 801 processor, a 5.1-inch 1080p resolution screen, and 2 gigs of RAM. And then Samsung added a few tricks of their own by adding a fingerprint scanner and a heartbeat sensor at the back. Now, although they do work very well, I'm not exactly a big fan of it. What I am a big fan of is the new version of TouchWiz. It looks much better than the previous ones. It's not as cartoony as before, and it's much more stable. Overall, the experience is much more smoother, and I'd give Samsung a thumbs up for catching up now. A few of my favorites is the new changes in the lock screen. The animation is much better, and the fact that it changes color according to the place you touch, according to your wallpaper. That's really smart. A few other differences is the fact that the launcher is very close to stock Android. A few changes, like the grid is much bigger, icons are bigger, and a lot of the options and stuff is very similar to that of the Nexus 5s. So it's a welcome change and I really like it. Samsung has put a lot of interest with fitness in the Galaxy S5. That's why it's IP65 certified and has the heartbeat sensor. Now, I've tried using the heartbeat sensor, and although it does work, you have to not breathe very heavily, and you can't walk or talk while putting your finger on it, otherwise it doesn't work. And even when I was just standing still, it didn't want to give me my results. So yes, it can be a little buggy. It's Samsung for you. Talking about things not working, the fingerprint scanner on this thing is really appreciated. But it doesn't quite work often as you would want it to. You can't put your finger anywhere except exactly straight on the button, and even then it doesn't always work. And when you want to unlock the device, you have to sometimes give it a few tries before you can start using your phones, which can get a little irritating. Samsung had to change the body quite a bit to make this whole phone water and dust resistant, but one irritating feature is the flap around the charging port. But hey, it's still a waterproof phone. So one last thing to talk about is the camera on the Galaxy S5. It's a 16 megapixel camera and it shoots very good pictures. Yes, some phones have had a problem. Some Samsung Galaxy S5s didn't take the photos as good as they were supposed to, but mine's been taking really sharp video and sharp quality pictures, and the shutter is really quick as well. So I think it's a great camera. So when we talk about the Galaxy S5, we're talking about high-end specs, water and dust resistant phone, a very good quality camera, and the latest version of Android. This is a phone to buy. Yes, it's not exactly the biggest difference from last year's Galaxy S4, but it fixes the problems that the Galaxy S4 has and builds up its own features. So if you don't have a flagship, I definitely advise you to go buy the Galaxy S5. So that wraps up the Galaxy S5 review. Hope you guys liked it and hopefully it was helpful. So please give me a thumbs up and comment on what you'd like to see next time. If anything I didn't cover you want me to cover next time or make another video about the S5, do let me know. Peace.